Welcome back. This is Kevin with Everglades Canine Academy, and today I am working with Abby, the beautiful Weimaraner. She is 4 months old, and she is part of our 2-week boot camp. And we are gonna start with marker training her. So we're really just gonna be diving into obedience. It's going to be nice having a dog that's 4 months old. There aren't too many bad behaviors developing. She jumps up a little bit, she gets really excited, but that's really expectant of a puppy. That's okay. We're going to just kind of dive in and start training her through obedience. And we're gonna start with loading the marker, okay? We want to load a reward marker with this dog. Now, she actually already knows her non-reinforcement marker pretty well, which is no. All right, so if she's jumping up or she's getting too curious about the counter, she does disengage when we tell her no. And that was already done with her owners, have done a pretty good job at that. She does know some basic commands like sit and down, but we want to solidify her marker reward, which is yes. I like to mark behavior with yes. You might hear other trainers using this. Some other trainers use a clicker. I really prefer just to say yes. And I do love this exercise, and I also do this with dogs that are very well trained. This is just a great way to build engagement. Now, I compound my success by also doing this exercise training with food. Okay, I love working with food. It's a great way to make associations with the dog, especially with a 4-month-old puppy. Now, I often use food as value, and I make myself even more valuable by training the dogs when they're hungry. And if a dog isn't what some people would say food motivated, that's just simply not true, because you can withhold food from time to time and then make the dog a little hungry and then try training, especially if you're trying to do behavior modification with the dog. Dogs play a game of value. They only really want what's valuable to them in the moment. So if you're having a hard time connecting with your dog, communicating with your dog, try to make them a little hungry. Withhold a meal or two, and then grab yourself a pouch, use their kibble, and start feeding them by hand. And you would be amazed at the results that you'll get when the dog deems you valuable because you have a resource that they want. So when we're teaching her the marker reward, I might use a couple different commands, maybe like sit and down, but I'm mostly gonna be luring with my hand, and I'm mostly gonna be marking with yes. And I want you to watch how I move, okay? A lot of people are very static with their rewards. They'll come to the dog, they'll say yes, and they'll give the dog a treat. I want the dog to come to me. I wanna move a little bit. It's also another thing that dogs are just attracted to motion. Dogs are attracted to motion. It's easy. See, here we go. A little bit of jumping. She gets excited. Dogs are attracted to motion, but look at this behavior we're having right now. She jumped on me. She got nothing. Now she's sitting, and I'm going to mark YES, and then I'm going to move, and I'm going to reward her. Yes. There we go. Good, and a little bit of kibble. Yes. All right, and I'm not going to wait too long. I'm going to fire off these rewards. Yes. And I'm gonna do this, yes. I wanna do this at the park. I wanna do this in parking lots. I wanna do this in the front of, yes. Okay, maybe not parking lots. I take that back. I wanna do this in front of storefronts, yes. And simply just saying yes and moving, yes. I actually, especially with puppies, I don't want to expect much from her. I really just want to engage with her, all right? I want her to engage with me. Yes. And from her learning that this word gets her rewards, I will start building commands off of this marker word. Yes. Good. Now notice I'm not holding my hand in the treat pouch, okay? I see a lot of people, even young trainers doing this, they're holding their hand in the treat pouch, they're training like this. Keep your hands neutral. Keep them neutral. You want the dog looking at your face, not your hands, okay? Are you a good girl? Yes. Here we go. I'm loading the food in my hands after I mark yes. Yes. Here we go. And then even as I get going, even when she's not looking at me, I'm gonna try to hit her with that marker reward. Yes. When she starts getting all excited and jumping, I may stand completely still. I may stand completely still. Yes. And that will start to give her the association that she doesn't get anything from jumping on me. She only gets things from sitting nicely. Yes. There we go. What good attention she has, right? She's looking right up at me. This is what we want. This is how we start fostering really good behavior. See, she's auto-sitting now. I mean, just from an owner standpoint, I love this behavior much more than jumping and being excited. Yes. There we go. We want to lure her. Get her to chase. Get her to chase. Good. This is why having a little bit of mobility is so important when you own a puppy. All right? Okay, I know. That's okay. And we're not going to correct her too much for jumping right now. I'm just going to honestly ignore it while I'm doing these training sessions. Because she's such a puppy. And I love her so much. She wants to bite the leash a little bit. I'm going to completely tune it all out. She gets nothing. There we go. Oh, she wants to play with the grass. Let's try a little recall with her. Abby, come. Yes. I'm saying her name, and I'm using C-O-M-E. Come. And always do that. Always do recall with a leash. She wants to jump all over me. She's not getting anything. Let's see what she does. Notice I haven't even told her to sit. I haven't told her anything yet. Yes. Simply, sometimes just ignoring the nuisance behavior and waiting for a better response and rewarding that, she'll start falling into better habits. Okay? So when you're starting your training journey, just start loading markers. Load the reward marker. This is a great way to have fun and engage with your dog. It's super easy. Okay, so she's chewing up my grass. I don't want this. Let's try a correction. No. No. Still not interested in giving me eye contact? That's okay. I may use some spatial pressure. All right? Good. Yes. All right, spatial pressure. I don't want her really tearing up my grass. She wants to like root in there and pull out all the grass. So I'm just gonna kind of shuffle my feet into her and push her away from that. Yes. And then once she comes to and she gives me eye contact, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna reward that. All right? So really just keeping it simple with the engagement. No. Good. Yes. Right? And even then, so I'm loading two markers here. So I'm loading her reward marker. No. I'm also loading her non-reinforcement marker. Good girl. Yes. Here we go. Good. So, make sure you guys always practice on leash. We always love to practice on leash. That way the dog can't disengage right away. And marker training is all about timing your markers right. And in the beginning phases of training, say yes, move and reward. All right? Yes, move and reward. It's important that you move. This is what we call this is what we call an active reward, okay? Next, we're gonna do static rewards, but for now, we're doing active rewards, all right? I want this puppy to engage with me. Yes. And please, you guys, please, if you have a puppy or a new dog, if you have a puppy or a new dog, I highly recommend kennel training. And if you want more in-depth kennel training, please leave comments down below. Let me know. I don't think a lot of people understand or utilize their kennels enough, and kind of getting a picture of what that looks like and actually how much you should kennel your dog in between training sessions will go a very long way. All right, but that is the number one argument I always have with people is, some people think it's cruel to kennel your dog, but if you want better results, I have been able to train so many dogs with using the kennel in between my training sessions. All right. Okay, with that said, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to end the video there, and we'll see you on the next video.